You won't believe what happened in this restaurant tonight. A billionaire thought he was the smartest man in the room. He mocked a waitress in German, certain she wouldn't understand a single word. But when she turned around and answered him, in flawless native German, what followed froze the entire dining hall and exposed truths he never thought would come to light. Before we begin, if you believe dignity and kindness matter more than wealth or status, make sure to subscribe, because stories like this will remind you of the power of respect and humanity. It was a Thursday evening in downtown Toronto. The marble-floored restaurant glittered with chandeliers and crystal glasses, the kind of place where wealthy men close deals over $500 bottles of wine. Her name was Naomi, 26, black, and working as a waitress to pay for her graduate studies. She wasn't just sharp. She carried herself with quiet dignity, her smile hiding the exhaustion of double shifts and late-night study sessions. That night, the restaurant buzzed with chatter until the doors opened, and in walked Victor Krauss, a billionaire investor from Germany, known as much for his arrogance as for his wealth. He strolled in with two associates, waving away staff like they were servants in his kingdom. Naomi approached, holding her notepad. "Good evening, sir. Welcome to La Fontaine. May I take your order?" Victor barely looked at her. Instead, he smirked at his companions and muttered in German, loud enough for them to hear, but certain she wouldn't. "Schau, dir das ein weiter Bildkellnerin. Wahrscheinlich denkt SIE. SIE ist etwas Besonderes, nur weil SIE English sprechen kann." "Look at this," another cheap waitress. "Probably thinks she's special just because she can speak English." His friends chuckled. Naomi's smile didn't fade. She kept her posture calm, professional, but inside, her heart pounded, not from shame, but from the decision she was about to make. She served their table silently as the men continued, mocking her clothes, her hair, her very presence, in German. Every word cut, but Naomi knew something they didn't. She had spent 4 years in Berlin, studying linguistics. German wasn't foreign to her. It was hers. Still, she waited. The night stretched and the tension thickened. Finally, Victor leaned back in his chair, swirling his wine. In German, he sneered. "Wenn ich ehrlich bin, solche man wie SIE niemals in einem Restaurant wie diesem arbeiten. Es ruiniert die Aussicht. If I'm honest, someone like her should never work in a restaurant like this. It ruins the view." His friends laughed, loud, cruel, and that's when Naomi set down the wine bottle gently on the table. She looked Victor dead in the eyes and said, in flawless, perfect German, "Es ist traurig, dass ihr ein Mann MIT so viel Geld so wenig Class hat. Wissen Sie, was wirklich den Blick ruiniert? Arrogance. It's sad that a man with so much money has so little class. Do you know what truly ruins a view? Arrogance." The room went silent. Forks froze midair. His companions blinked in shock. Victor's smirk collapsed, his face paling as though the ground had disappeared under him. Naomi didn't flinch. "Shall I continue in German, or would you prefer I switch back to English so everyone can understand?" Gasps filled the restaurant. Every nearby table turned, eyes locked on the billionaire who had been stripped of his power in one sentence. Victor stuttered. He tried to laugh it off, but Naomi's words lingered like a blade at his pride. His companions suddenly looked uncomfortable, ashamed even, realizing they had joined in humiliating a woman who had just outclassed them all. For the first time, the billionaire wasn't in control of the room. Naomi was. She didn't shout. She didn't gloat. She simply bowed her head and said calmly, "I'll give you a moment to decide if you still wish to dine here. Respect is not optional. It's required." With that, she walked away, leaving Victor frozen in humiliation. Minutes later, his associates excused themselves, embarrassed. Victor sat alone at the table, his arrogance crushed under the weight of his own words. Eventually, he left, no longer laughing. But Naomi? She didn't just earn the admiration of every diner in the room that night. She earned something more. The restaurant owner, who had witnessed everything, called her into the office after her shift. With tears in her eyes, Naomi listened as he said, "Naomi, I've been looking for a new floor manager. Someone with not just skill, but dignity and courage. The job is yours if you want it. Her knees nearly gave out. After years of being underestimated, overlooked, dismissed, her integrity had opened the door no money could buy. The moral: in a world obsessed with wealth and power, never underestimate the strength of knowledge, dignity, and respect. Money may open doors, but character is what commands a room. Now I want to ask you, what would you have done if you were in Naomi's place? Stayed silent or spoken up? Let me know in the comments below. And if stories like this inspire you, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss the next one.